Ticket YouTube symbol is coming, huh?
Hi, Mahesh sir.
Hi. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Now you can see, right? YouTube symbol.
YouTube meeting is live streaming on YouTube.
Okay. 1 second. I'll make Jafar. Oh, sir. Good morning. Okay, I made the host. Okay, na? Check it. I think maybe in the right side, when you go for share option, you'll be having, because I connected mobile, I don't see the option. So you can allow everyone to share the screen. Check it, maybe if possible, just later. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
I made you host already. Go ahead. Please.
Good morning, Swati and Ramesh. We'll wait for Jarnavi. Any questions on the yesterday's topic, like the multicast and how we tried that one? So erroring the branches and seeing the results and how it is behaving. The task is still pending, huh? Okay. So I'm assuming like the task is not yet completed. So try to complete it by today, okay? I'm sharing my screen, so we'll go with the new topic today. To split the records. So earlier we used to get 100 records from the system. So and 100 records at a time we are processing, right? Okay, so we are using the filters and all to remove the so to remove unnecessary data. But here, so we are not doing any filters and all. So consider 100 records, the effective data records the client required. So during that time, so we need to send all records, right? So consider there is a case, so only the receiver system can accept only one record at a time. When the first record is successful, then only we need to proceed with the second record. Okay. During that case, we need to send the records like one after another, right? I will open the data. Okay, we copy this one. I will upload this data into my content modifier first. So right now I have 100 records in my content modifier. Okay. So earlier what we used to do now? I mean, we used to do this 100 records at a time. So we are not splitting and all. So we are using some filters, router conditions, mappings, and finally we are sending an email to the parents and all. Okay. So there is a case. So for now, so we are using the mail adapter only in order to send the data. And today there is a case like you need to send only one record at a time. Okay. So how we can handle that one? And so since we don't have real-time system, so I'm going with some test data only. I mean, with the mail adapter only. So and our system won't accept if you send more than one employee. So that is the case we have. So we need to split the records. So from line number one, I mean line number 3 to line number 211, we have one employee data. Only this compound employee should go. Second time from 212 to this one 428. Only this employee should go. Like this, we have 100 employees. 100 times each employee should go to the target system. So that is the requirement we have. So during this case, we'll go with the splitter to split the records. So here we have the splitter, right? So in that we have multiple splitters. So for now we will go with the general split. Okay, I'm taking this general splitter. I'm attaching it to here. Okay, so for now in the content modifier, right? So instead of going with the 100 employees, what I will do now, I will take only 5 employees. One, two, three, four. We'll discuss this with a minimum payload so that you can understand. So once we understood the topic, we'll go with the 100 employee data. I'm uploading 5 employee data into my content modifier. So and I have used the general splitter here. So in general splitter, so when I move into the processing, so it is asking the export to me. So how you want to split the records. So we need to provide the path here. So and this is the mandatory. That is the reason it is coming in a red color. Okay. So so currently I want to split only compound employee data. So I don't want to split with I mean from person because from compound employee to person we have ID. So if I split the record from person, right, I might lose this record. Okay, that is the reason. So from compound employee I'm splitting. So what I will do now, I will copy the X path of this compound employee, copying it and pasting it to here. Okay, I'm just saving the interface. So I won't do anything now. I will just run the interface, but run on the trace. Okay. So without splitter, if I provide any data into the content modifier one, So currently we provided like 5 employee records in the content modifier one. So consider without splitter. So if I deploy this interface, how many records we will get at the end? Without splitter, if I update, I have updated 5 records in the content modifier one. So assume there is no splitter and I just connected this to the end and I deploy the interface. How many records I will receive at end? Like how many compound employees I will receive?
10.
Sorry,
10 employees.
why not? Because I have only 5 employees, right? Okay. So I will do one thing here. For now, I will remove this one. So this is the question I asked here. Okay. I have in the compound, sorry, in the content modifier one, I have 5 employee records. The moment when I deploy, right? How many records I will get at end?
5 employee.
Yeah, 5 only because I have 5 employee data in the content modifier. So 8 in interface run. So I haven't connected my general splitter yet. So we'll see the end here. You observe the data here. So earlier we used to do the development like this. We haven't used the splitter till now. See, 5 employee uploaded, 5 compound employees I got. So now I am attaching my splitter. So this data to the splitter. Okay. So what is the export that we have written here? Query compound employee slash compound employee. Okay. You see in the processing, query compound employee response slash compound employee. So I'm saying my splitter saying that I want to split only compound employee. Okay, one after another, it should send to the end. So I'm saving this interface and I'm deploying. So I deploy this interface at 8.9. See, directly. So we'll check in the data, like in the general splitter one, we'll see the data how it looks like. Okay. So the body is like this. So I got 5 employees. Okay, 1 by 5. So, but at the end, since we use the splitter here, right? See, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 came. I'm going to the body. I'm beautifying this one. So I'm getting compound employee 1. Only 1 record here under 2. The moment when I click on 3, I'm again going to the body, beautifying this, and copy, Control F and Control V. Again 1 record under 3. Under 4, go to the body and check. So each employee is different. It's not the same employee it is configuring. If you see, this employee number is 1000052. So the moment when I go to the record 5, for this Control F, Control V. This one is 1000083. This is different. We go to the line number 6, notify this one, Control F and Control V, and check the employee number. So 10093. So whatever the employees that we have updated in the content modifier, so they have splitted and the record should be like this. So under each step, we have single employee. Hope you understood, right? So before splitter, you got all the employees in a single go. like this. Okay. The moment when you use the splitter, so you are getting each employee in each body. So this is minimum on a small topic only. So, but there is a lot of use cases with this one. So I'm closing the trace now. So one more splitter we will use. I mean, in the splitter itself, there is one more condition. So now I will go with 100 employee data. So I will copy this one. So earlier our condition is my client cannot accept the records. If you send more than one record, so my client system may not accept it. We need to send only one record at a time. That is the requirement. So that is the reason we use the splitter and we are sending the each record one after another. Okay. So now my requirement got changed and my requirement is like I can send 20 employees at a time. If you send more than 20, my client system may not accept it. Okay. So for now I have uploaded 100 employees data. So I want to group them. So I can use this option in order to send 20 employees at a time. So we just need to provide the number here saying that I want to send 20 employees at a time. So I will just save this interface and we'll see how many employees we will get in each record. So we need to check in each split how many records we will get. So as per our condition that we have written in the splitter, right? We should get 20 records when the records are splitted. 13 RAM. So I'm going into the dent. So I'm directly checking the data at the end. Okay. So since you know the content modifier data, there is 100 employees. So in each group means how many records we will get in this split to how many compound employees we will get.
Each time 20, like 5 batches.
Yes, 5 batches it's splitted and we asked to split 20 records in each split. So see, we got 20 employees here. So in the second batch also the same controller control B, the 20 records. The third step also the same until fifth. Directly I'm checking the last step. The last step also it is 20 only. So you may get the question like you cannot get every time 100 records. You may get 110 records. So what will happen at last? Will you try to get the 20 records again or not? So that might be the question people may have. So for that one, right? So I will add one more component employee at last and we'll see how it will behave. So the same employee I'm copying, okay? So since we are not dealing with the data, we are just checking the splitters, how it behaves. At last, I'm again pasting the same employee. If you want, I will change the person ID external. Instead of SF admin to 120012345678. Okay. Some random number I have added. So here also we are grouping with the 20 employees in the splitter. Okay. And again I am deploying this one. So these are the two common things we will use in the splitter in the real time as well. So the reason why we will split each record now, so they will provide their endpoint URL. The client will provide their endpoint URL. First of all, we'll discuss this one. So what will happen to the last one? I'm opening at the end. So I will check first two and directly will go with the last two. So as per, so what you are thinking, like what will happen at last? So currently earlier we have 5, now we have 6 splits. Okay. Directly we'll check the first one. We copy this one and paste. So here we have 20. We'll check the middle ones randomly. Here also we have 20. See? And we'll check the directly the last one. How many we will get here? Only one. Because we have 101 employees and we are grouping with 20 employees. So at last step, I mean this one, split 6, we completed 100 employees and we left with only one employee, right? So during this case, it will send the only the single employee. Okay, this is how the splitter with the grouping will work. Without grouping, it will send each record. So for that one, no need to group as one. So it automatically takes it as one. Okay. So for now, what I will do now, so I don't want to split with 20. So we'll go with one only. I will use the mapping here. So we haven't completed the mapping yet. There are some other functions we need to discuss that I will cover later. Okay. So don't assume like we have completed the mapping. So some message map I will create. So source XST and target XST I need to upload. So I want connect more fields. I will go with 5 to 6 fields. Okay. This is the source XST. And target also I will load. So person ID external will be my employee ID. Person UUID is UUID. First underscore name. First underscore name. So display name will be my full name. Mm, and your country, not country of birth, country code, the job information, personal information. Under national ID, I'm copying this one. And business unit I require. Okay. Business unit. Department and division I will come. Okay. Department and division have connected. That's what I don't want to go further. So I have saving this interface after the mapping. Okay, so the reason, right, why client cannot accept the data. So if we send, if consider we are getting 100 employees, if I send 100 employees directly to the client, so with the URL, it won't accept. So client will provide the URL like this. So consider this is the URL. So every time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whenever you are posting the data to the client system, you always pass the employee number. So that is the condition that they have in their system. Whenever you are trying to offset any record to the target system or to the client system, they want employee number should be in the URL. Okay. So if you haven't provided any employee number here, it will throw us an error. Okay, it won't accept. If you are not splitting the record, right, so you cannot send the employee number there. If we haven't sent the employee number there, again it will throw us an error. So you cannot say like a comma another number 1, 2, 3 something again comma like this. We cannot upset the data. The systems cannot accept. Okay, some cases. So they will provide the URLs to us. So based on that, we need to upsert the data. Okay. Well, now I will remove this one. So I have seen this kind of cases. So where in the URL itself, so this is the constant. For every employee, this URL remains constant. So the employee number changes. So how we will get this employee number, you know, right? So once you splitted the record, so with each one, for now, we are splitting the record for each employee. I haven't grouped it here. So once you splitted the record, I want to store the employee number. The employee number in my case is this personal external. How I can store the personal external once I have splitted the data. So I want to form this kind of URL. Okay. So here employee ID should come. Okay, employee ID should come. So for example, I will copy this one. So this is the client informed us to send the data like this. So for in our case, I will go with this one to consider. For one employee, the data should come like this. If you are sending this employee data, you need to form the URL like this and you need to send the data. And the target structure is like this one. So currently we have mapped employee list and employee, right? So they want the data in this structure, and whenever you are posting the data, right, to the system, we need to form this kind of URL. So currently we don't have that kind of system. So generally the design is like this. External call, request reply only. So what we will do now?
Can we post it to vScepter?
I don't know whether it will accept or not. So today, right, I will come up with some other system, okay, where it will post the data.
Okay.
Okay. So during this case, consider we don't have my system HTTP. I will take third party so that we can post the data. So in the HTTP, so we will provide this kind of URLs. Okay. Okay. With certificate, consider it is my certificate is basic and I have created my authentication in the security material that you know. Okay, for how we have created for PCF server, in the same way we will provide the username and password in the security material. You remember, right, this one? So where we will create the authentication number. Consider I have created third party threads. Something I have created with this name and I am saving this interface. So this is my design, that's it. So I am getting the data from the one system, consider, and I got the data in the content modifier. So my requirement is I need to split the records. I mean, I can only send each employee at a time to my target system, and my target system is URL like this. And they are expecting in the URL employee number should be appended every time. Okay. So how I can achieve this one is like, so for since client system accepts only one record at a time, so I need to split it, no other option. Okay, we have general splitter here from the palette function only. I can use this one. No need to write any logics here. Now I can able to split the data. So once we can split the data, my clients wants the data in different format. They don't want entire compound employee. So that is the reason we restructured the data by using the mapping under. So one structure to another structure we have converted, right, using the mapping, and you know how it looks like. Okay, only few fields we have connected. And client will provide the data how they want and all, in which structure they want. It's not always XML. They may ask us to do the data in the JSON also. Okay. During the time we need to use the converters and all, and we need to proceed. So for now, XML is fine for us. Okay. So once you have converted data, we need to post the data to the client system. Okay. So my ID here. So how I can pass the employee ID? Whenever you are splitting, you are getting each employee and somehow you need to pass the employee ID there. And it cannot be constant always. How we can do this one? This thing now for sure you can answer this one. Here you have 100 employees data. The moment when you split it, right? So only one record will come at a time, na? Until here you are clear, right? Hello? Okay. And Swati and Jahnavi, they are not responding. If you are not clear with this topic, right? I am, so I can discuss it once again, okay, with the minimum data so that you can understand. This is very important topic, okay. Hope until the splitter is clear and mapping, you know, that is the reason I haven't explained it again. So this request reply you can forget. So this won't work. Okay, this is random URL I have taken. Okay, I just appended with the employee ID here. It won't work. But my case is, so the client will share the constant URL to us. To that, we need to append the employee ID. Okay. So how I can get the employee ID? So we are not upsetting any data for now. So I will come up with some other system where we can update the data. So I need to do some research for that. I have the this one somewhere I have created it, some mock API or some JSON or something. Need to check this one. Okay. For now, I don't have any credentials with this one. I didn't remember those. So we'll check. Tomorrow we can try. Okay. For now, so just concentrate on the logic. I want the employee ID should be updated here automatically. Whenever you are splitting, that employee ID should come here. Okay, for now, so what I can do now? So I will. So I thought for sure you will answer this one. Okay. So it's very simple only, right? So you can, yes,
From message mapping, we have the data in that.
yeah, we have the data in the message map.
Oh, okay. That has to be okay. That we have the data. From payload, I need to access it. The result,
Correct.
from target structure, I would need to fetch that field, actually, whatever has been mapped to it.
Correct. If you want, I will directly connect this one and I will save this one. So currently we haven't connected our message mapping to HTTP, so it won't run. Okay.
Mhm.
So for you, I will notify this one so that you can see the data. See, I haven't connected my message mapping. I directly connected my message mapping to it. So for you, I will deploy this interface.
Mhm.
T3 interface run. So might get 101 splits. Don't know how many. I guess 100 employees only, right? We have used like 101 employees. Instead of this, better I will go with some small data. Okay. Don't want to go with 100 employees. I will use this 5 employees so that we can view the data correctly. My requirement is very simple here. I just want to store the, I want to pass the employee ID to the URL.
Mm.
That's it. So I'm using 5 employees only at a time. Interface run. And I'm directly going it to the end. So you want the data after message mapping or before message mapping?
After message mapping.
Okay. Body. Yeah, after. So it's splitted 5 times. So since we have 5 employees, so this is the data after message mapping. You have one employee list employee, and I have connected employee ID as the my person ID external. I mean, this is my
Mm.
ID. So if I go into the second record, since person ID external is passing us some string, so here you can check the number is coming. This is my target structure. Now what exactly want to do? I want this ID in the
First of all, I need to get this ID and then concatenate with the URL that client has provided. To get this ID from the target payload, out dot something will be like that.
no.
Okay, in only, right? In dot body.
Not
The
in dot
payload
body.
actually.
In dot body will store entire this data.
Now I need a element of it. So can I use
Yes.
another dot?
No.
Oh, no, because that's the entire string actually. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. So getting independently from the
We have
from this.
discussed this in second or third class.
Hmm.
Okay, so for now, I will proceed. At least you people are trying. Thank you. I will copy this one. Okay. I just want this employee ID, so I will copy the XPath of this one. Okay. And I will use another content modifier so that I can store my data into the property. So there is two positions where I can store my employee ID. So after the splitter also, I will get only one employee ID at a time. After the message mapping also, I will get the one employee at a time. So either you can use the content modifier after general splitter one or message mapping one. Okay, for now, so I will go with after message mapping one only. See, either of the position you will use the content modifier in order to store the property. Okay. For now, I will go with here only. Only the XPath will changes. After content modifier one, I will go into the property and I will use property called EMP ID. EMP as ID as my property and XPath I will select and I will paste the ID there. Okay. And I will provide the java dot string. Now what I will do? I will copy this ID. I will update my property in the URL. So how I can call my property like property dot property name. Okay. So for now, what I will do now, I will copy this URL and since it won't work, it will throw us an error. So I don't want to go like this. But in real time, right, we will use the URL like this with the request reply, and we will post the data to this one. Okay. Since we don't have the third-party system, I will do a constant one. Okay, I will use another content modifier in order to show the data. In this content modifier, we are using the property, the external calls in the property. Here in the body, I will print the data. So, yeah, employee ID should come at last. Connecting this one and connecting this one. So for you people, I will rename this one. So this is input payload. So I'm getting the payload. This is splitter one, I will say split one record. Record means I am splitting only one record at a time. Message mapping, you understood. Message mapping. And here what I have done, I have used the property. So EMP ID property from URL. Okay. By seeing the name itself, you will understand like what exactly the step that we are doing. Okay. So for now we are using 5 employees at a time. So at the end, so in the body, I should get data like this. So for the first employee, so what is the personal external? This is the personal external and it should pass the data like this. Okay, for the second employee, what is second employee has the third one is, so like this it should follow. So for now I will copy the two employees. Okay, like this the data should be appended. Okay, we will test this one. We'll see whether it will work out. I'm deploying this interface. So we are still in splitter only, thought of completing the other as well. We'll see, no problem. 842, the interface ran. So what is the data I will get after input? After input payload, what is the data that I will get in the splitter one?
One record.
No, in the splitter one, how many records I will receive?
5 records in different
Right.
body.
Yeah, so 5 records I will get. So whatever the data that I have uploaded into the input one. That is correct, no? So I have uploaded my compound employee data. These records I have uploaded. The same record will be updated into the splitter one. Why it is taking time? So I will go from this tray so that you will understand the splitter in a better way. So whenever you are dealing with in your system, right, don't use this CPI helper. So CPI helper is for only small developments only. Okay, but a better way of tracing the interface is from here. So how to use the palette functions? So whatever the things that we have discussed, right, is the only thing we need to concentrate on. So using these palette functions only, like we need to complete entire task. In future, we will come up with Groovy script and XSLT. So the moment when you understood this Groovy and XSLT, right? So whatever the steps that we are doing right now can be minimized. I can transform the data into one structure to another structure using Groovy script. I can create the properties using Groovy script. I can handle the headers in the Groovy script as well. Okay, everything can be done in Groovy script. Okay, if you are good at coding, you can go with the Groovy script. Otherwise, you can use this parrot functions and all. For now, I will open this one. In future, we will cover. Don't worry about that one. So I will. So however, we are going with the CPI, right, palette function in the same way. So we will discuss the Groovy script and XSLT as well. No worries. So in this general splitter, this is the interface that we deployed. Going into the trace. So the data passes to till end from here to here. So I will click on this input payload, check one by one. Okay. The moment when I come to the split one, it is 6 now. Okay, 6 times this splitter ran. That is the meaning of this. Okay. So I'm directly going into the body. Currently, we'll check how many employees I have here. I have 5 employees. So the input data is moved to the splitter one, and we'll check how many in the message mapping, how many records I will get. I will get single employee since we have splitted here. Okay, we are splitting one record. That is the reason the when one employee moved to the compound employee. So after message mapping, we have created one property, employee ID property. So and data has to be transformed, right? One structure to another structure. Now I will get the employee ID, employee list, employee and employee ID data that I will get. So the transformation I will get, okay? The target structure data I will get here after the mapping. So here I have created the property so that property I cannot check here. The employee ID property I have created that cannot be available here. So after this step, it will be available. Okay. So please remember now. So whenever you are tracing the interfaces, whatever the activity you have performed here can be checked in next palette function, not there. In the similar way, you can check in the message mapping one, right? In the message mapping also, you cannot get the transformed data. You will get the whatever the data is from the previous input. Okay. So this output of message mapping will be available in the next step of this one. Okay. In the similar way, we need to check for all the one. So it's not only for message mapping or content modifier, it's for entire flow. Okay. So employee ID property we have created here. So we need to check the property here. So data remains same. So in the content modifier, we haven't done anything in the body, but in the properties, we have added the employee ID as a property. So why I am getting only SF admin as employee ID? Under the properties for this employee ID, I am getting the value as SF admin. Do you know the reason why I will get SF admin as value?
Very first record it fetched.
Yes, it has printed the first record, and if I go into the mapping, so this is the XPath that I have given in my employee ID property. See,
Right.
go to the properties and employee list employee and employee underscore ID. So that is the condition that I have written. So it will store the employee ID data into the exchange property. Okay. So now we are forming the URL so that I can check at the end. Go to the end. So in the form URL, we haven't added any properties. So no need to check the properties and the message headers. We haven't created. But in the message body, we have created one URL like this. So that we will check the URL. Directly into the end. See, SF admin is appended now. I can able to form the URL like this. So this is for one employee. End ran 5 times. For the first time only we are checking. Okay. So now I will go into the splitter one again. We have completed one step, one employee data. So now it is splitting the second one. I got the compound employee. So after message mapping, so earlier employee ID is my SF admin. Now my employee ID changes to the 100009. This is my employee ID. So what is the property that I should get? After this step, what under the employee ID property, what is the value I should get?
1409 now.
Correct.
Appended to that URL.
Correct. So under the form URL, so I need to go into the body, this exchange property in the employee ID. Earlier we got SF admin as my employee ID. Now we are getting the 100009. Okay. So form URL, so we need to check at the end. So here the data we haven't handled there. So in the form URL, we have appended our some constant this one URL with the employee ID. So my employee ID is appended here. Earlier it was SF admin, now it is 100009. So for now we checked 4 by 5. For 2 employees we checked. Now I am again going to the splitter, message mapping. Under the message mapping, I got the compound employee. After the mapping, so our data got transformed. Now I got the employee ID as 100052. And that employee ID available. So I have created the property here. That property cannot be available in this step. So we need to check in the next step. Form URL. In the form URL, I will get the property which is created in the employee ID property. So the property is appended as, created as employee ID and the value is 100,052. And directly I will check the end now. So 100,052. Again the same. Go to the message mapping, you will get the employee ID. After the message mapping, you will get the transformed data. So in that you have now 100,083 form URL. So the property is available here. We need to check the employee ID property 100,083. Go to the end. 2 by 5. See, 100,083 is appended. Again, go to the message mapping, the new record will come. Go to the employee ID. Data got transformed. At the end, this is 100,093. Under the form URL, data is transformed. See, 100,093 is appended. See, all 5 employees we checked and data is appended correctly. Hope you are clear with the splitter, right? How it is.
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
So if we connect splitter to a content modifier, will it like if we connect to 2 content modifiers, for example, will it split the data like employee 1 in 1 content modifier and employee 2 in content modifier 2, or it'll give the all 5 bodies for each content modifier?
Sorry, like after splitter 1, you want to add the content modifier?
Yes, if we add like 2 content modifiers, will it
We
return?
Okay, 1 minute now. So I have used 2 content modifier. I have connected to this one, and you are trying to connect this one to the another content modifier.
Yes.
So we cannot connect.
Okay.
Only one connection to the splitter.
Okay. So we can't use it like a filter.
No, we cannot. So router can be connected to the multiple parallel functions, and the multicast also the same, but this and all not possible.
Okay.
Here multicast can we use whatever she was asking, right? If I put after splitter record, if I put a multicast, no.
Okay.
One copy each one of the flow it will send like that? No.
Okay, so for now, so what is the multicast you want to use for this one?
So the reason why I got that doubt was we have 5 URLs, right? I can assemble 5 URLs in 5 different steps.
Okay, no problem. But what is the multicast you want to use here? Parallel or sequential?
Parallel.
Parallel, that is fine. Okay. So what you will do, you will connect this one to here, and directly, what is the next step?
From here message mapping, and this flow will get duplicated. Message mapping and employee ID property and URL. So,
okay. So you want to use, since you are getting 5 employees, you want to use 5 branches and form the correct.
At once it will form, not
So
dependent on another one.
Okay, during this case, you don't want splitter, right? That is the reason you are using the multicast now, or you want splitter again here.
If I don't use a split, the problem is independent URLs need to be formed, right? I don't know where in different way you can do it, but here in our flow, I thought after splitting only this multicast can be used
Okay.
for the purpose that we are doing it in a 5 different URLs, right? 5 unique URLs we are trying to do it and post it differently. Not one flow is not dependent on another flow, unlike you said in unlike we learned that in sequence one is dependent on another call, right? But here these 5 URLs are called 5 URLs appended with employee ID will hit the target URL in a different times.
Okay.
That's how it works, right? So that's the basic understanding of mine. Like now after I split
Like,
5 records, I get it from 5.
Mhm.
I wanted to form 5 different URLs with the employee
Mhm.
ID, so that can be possible with multicast.
So you want to open the, in the HTTP, we will use the request reply. See, oh, my adapter is this HTTP, so consider third party system, and want to open the data like this, all in single go. 5. Consider this 5 employee data like this.
Here anyway it's not possible, right? Say this will be anyway independent only, independent call only it will go. Our
Yeah.
fundamental requirement is sorry, we don't call in the same one address,
Okay.
right?
So I will conclude here itself. I don't want to confuse you again. So
Uh,
the multicast is the step itself is wrong. Since
uh,
you know the input is coming as 5 employees, that is fine. Okay. Consider in real time you don't know how many employees you will get in every run.
but
You may get 10 employees in single run, you may get 100 employees. During that
that's
time,
variable, right?
we cannot use the branches like this. So, and one more thing, without using the multicast itself, we have found the URL. So I don't know why suddenly the multicast came here.
Okay, because she was asking,
The
okay, filter, I thought, suddenly it popped up. Okay, this itself is using that functionality. Okay, this is using
what
as a sequence or multicast. It's a splitter one is
one after another,
behaving.
like one after another only, it will send the data.
So that means it's a sequence.
Yeah, sequence only. See, you can see the data here, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. But one is not dependent on another. Unlike in sequence, we know that one is fail, second one will not move. In this case
Uh,
also is the same.
Splitter one, right here. See. Here we have the option called stop on exception. So consider you are forming the URLs like this. First
Hmm.
employee updated successfully to the target system. Consider
Hmm.
the second employee got failed.
Hmm.
Since we are using stop on exception,
Hmm.
it won't proceed with the third employee and fourth employee. How many employees you have after this? It won't proceed. It will throw us an error saying that this employee got failed and
Hmm.
you will receive the exception email. Okay. So we need to resolve that one. Or else we need to inform the client saying that for this reason we are unable to proceed. Please form. So the error might be with the data only. So either the source system is not sending the data which client is required due to somehow that is the reason it got failed. So we need to inform it to the client. So since we are using the splitter with stop on exception, so due to some issue happened in the interface, so it will stop. It won't proceed with the second one. If you remove this one, right? So as per our case, second employee got an issue. So for second employee, it will send the data, but it won't upset the data. And we are not stopping on exception. And we will proceed with the third and fourth and fifth and employees. It depends on this checkbox. If you want to stop the interface when there is an exception, you can use this checkbox. Otherwise, it will throw an error when when an employee has the issue with the data and I can say it is a sequence only. First, see, first employee came. If I go to the second employee, this is the second employee data. In which sequence we have updated the data into the input one in the input payload. In the same sequence, the data will be splitted. Hope I have answered your question like
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense actually. Yeah.
Yeah, like if we have 100 employees in the same sequence, it will send first this employee, second this employee, third this employee. Like that only it will send. It won't pick up the random employee and send the data. Won't do that. The sequence only it will send. And another thing is, good thing like we covered this as well. I don't want to discuss with you. So I thought of giving this as an assignment to you people. Okay, somehow we covered it. Okay. Uh, Hope you understood. If there is any error happen in for one of the employee, if you don't want to stop the interface and you need to continue with the rest of the employees, during this case, you need to uncheck this one. If you want,
This we
when there
did
is
not have a control in a sequence, right? This kind of thing was not, we did not have a control over there. In sequence, did we have a control like you can continue if there is an exception like that? It was not there, right?
sorry, I didn't get exactly what you are saying.
The way here the stop on exception option is available to us, right? In
Yes.
Splitter. The
Yes.
similar functionality we were not having in the
Other palette function.
sequence, other palette function in Splitter, right?
So are
If
you
you select Splitter, no,
another splitter?
no. Yesterday we discussed it, right? A
Multicast,
multicast.
no?
If you take go to multicast, one of the multicast is sequence, right?
Okay, we'll take the sequence.
In sequence, if you see the steps,
So we don't have anything here. So in the multicast, the behavior itself, it will stop. There is no other option you have. For sure, it will stop the interface. If the first branch fails, it will stop. You cannot continue with the second branch. But here you have the control, saying that if there is some error with the first employee, don't need to stop the interface. You can proceed. Like that, you can say here. But in the sequential multicast, you cannot do that.
Here, okay.
So no option to check the boxes and all.
We do not have
Only the
control.
branches we can connect. So hope that until here we are clear, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. So this URL won't work. This is some random junk. Our TCP tenant, the property I have appended, it won't work. So for now, I will delete this one. But in real time, so we will use this HTTP and here I will call the property. The property is this one. Property dot my property name emp id should come. It will send the data on the post method, and if you so you need to select the what is the authentication method we have. Currently, we'll go with basic. HTTP basic. So this credential we will create for the security material. Okay. So for mail adapter, we already created, right? In the same way, we will create the username and password. So click on add. So my UI got completely changed. Create and some, so this name I will provide. Okay. User credential and yes, I've got them. Something. So these are the these are not actually over, I mean, data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dummy.
This is how we will create, right? And we will deploy. Runtime is this credential name I will use here. That's it. For now, it won't work, but I will delete this one. And I will connect this to here. Okay, I thought of completing gather as well. Gather we will check, we'll do tomorrow. Okay, for now, this is fine. Any questions till now? Today also there is no assignment. Please complete that one, right, which we discussed today. I mean that one. Day before yesterday we have come up with one assignment which you will perform in the multicast, right? Using try with the parallel and try with the sequential as well. Okay, and see the differences. If in the parallel, try to make the error in the branch 2, and in the sequential also try to make the error in branch 2 and see the differences. So once branch 2 got failed, how the sequential multicast is behaving. In the same way, if the branch 2 got failed, in how the parallel multicast is behaving. Check the differences so that you will understand very clearly. When to go for branches, I mean, when to go for multicast, you will understand, and when to go for the router, you will get exactly. Okay. So if you observe here, right, we covered maximum things here. These two, sender and receiver. Here we covered all these three, See, end event and end message, error and is these three covered. For these three, we have starts as well. Starts also we covered. Timer also young. Only this terminated message and escalation end event that we haven't covered it. We'll see it. This is nothing. And here message mapping only we covered. Rest will come. Okay. Here content modifier covered, and in the converters, XML to CSV we discussed, and you people also know about this one. XML to JSON also yesterday we covered. So just to introduce this one, you can, I can say this is also covered. Okay. Tomorrow, I can explain like, okay, CSV to XML I will cover tomorrow. Decode or nothing, this and all we haven't covered. Filter is covered, and the scripts we haven't covered anything. So among these two scripts, most of the CPI developer will go with the Groovy scripting only. So we'll cover Groovy scripts here. So Groovy script is like very similar to like Java only. You need to understand the if condition, how to loop the body. So how, if you are getting this compound employee data, how to loop each employee. So here we have 100 employees. For 100 employees, how to loop. So that loop you need to understand, and if how to handle the if condition, how to create the body. I mean, how to create the properties, how to create the headers. If you are creating the headers in the content modifier, how to get the property into the Groovy script. That also we can do in the using Groovy scripts and all. And if you are creating any headers, how to get the header into the Groovy script, that also we can cover. Using Groovy script, there will be a lot of advantages that we can discuss. So here external request reply, using Biceptor account, we have fetched the data and send to send an emails that we have covered here. So only process call we covered, these two we haven't covered it. Here multicast we covered, in the splitters we covered only general splitter and router, So gather I thought of completing today due to some time and all we cannot cover this one. So we'll do this one tomorrow. Okay. And this one is nothing. This and all I required some accesses and all I need to do it. So in my entire CPA experience of I haven't used this and all security. Okay, only for teaching purpose only I need to come up with some concepts and all. We'll cover this as well. Okay. So this is very important step. Persistence, data store operations. This four you need to aware like how to use this and all. And write variable is another one which is very, very important. especially when you are dealing with the success factor integration. This is very, very important. Okay. And this one is validators. This also I haven't used in the professional experience. This aren't, I haven't used. For teaching purposes only, I need to come up with some examples only. So this I will cover. So if you observe among the palette functions, I can say we completed 50%. If you exclude the Groovy script and XSLT, it is like we have completed 70% of CPI. If I exclude the Groovy script and XSLT, remember. So whatever the things which I haven't explained is this one. So this is very important one which we need to cover. So here, so this aggregator is on. So I will explain like which is not at all that much important for now. So this here we covered everything. I can say no need to go for this termination message and all. You can use this and all and you can try. So no need to spend the time on this one. So if you can try also, you can understand that one. So the important one is looping process call we need to understand. So this one and external call, this content enricher is very important and polar enricher also. These two are very important steps which we need to understand. So for now we have three palette functions which we need to understand, which is very important and we will use regularly then. Okay. Gather is also very important and join also very important one. Yeah. So there are five and the splitter will go with the iterative splitter. This one is very important. 6, we can ignore this one. 6, 7, 8. 8. Only, I guess I left with only 10 palette functions which I haven't explained. And there are other palette functions like this and all. It's very minimum priority, I would say. But I will explain. No worries. So it's not like it is minimum priority. It's not like I won't explain, but for sure I will explain this one as well. But you need to more concentrate on the things which I have explained already. Okay. Okay, that's it from today. Tomorrow we'll cover gather and one more converter. So for now, I'm stopping sharing. Like you can proceed with the task. Any questions, please let me know. We can discuss, or else we can close this call. I think no questions. We'll connect tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.